Hey Ronan, Coach Blake here. Glad to keep working with you. I want to stress that some of these concepts, when you're able to really break a swing down frame by frame, can be really hard to go out and implement because things are really moving very fast. I mean, if you think about the swing, it happens very, very fast. So there's a big advantage to this video analysis is the fact that I get to look at it and critique it frame by frame, things that you probably couldn't even see with the naked eye. But I know I kind of your dad had sent an email about some of the things that he was kind of seeing and on the videos, and what I want to tell you both is there's things that are universally true. Okay, so I don't care what player I put on here if they're a professional. This hand to hip separation that I'm talking about is universally true. Doesn't matter. Mike Trout, Mookie Betts. I think last week I either put you up against Drew or Mike Trout. I know I did not do Mookie Betts, so I put Mookie Betts here because I want to stress again, this is not something that is optional to learn or not to learn. If you want to be a really good high school player or even further, this is a concept that we have to implement. The concept itself is really when we trigger our swing. And I'm using that term elasticity on the top side, hand to hip separation. And so that's why I've sped this video up a little bit. Mookie Betts is at the same spot in his swing that you are. His hands have really separated from his hips. His hips have started the movement forward. His front foot had landed. I'm looking at all three of those things along with this shoulder tilt. Okay? So, what he does, what I'm trying to teach everybody, any player, is he starts to come forward and he lands, but he keeps this front side where basically it began. And imagine it as a rubber band. As that rubber band, the front part pulls away from the back, it creates tension, and then it's going to explode. And that explosion is the power for Mookie Betts, and it will be the power for you once you start to get this correct. So, as we see here, I have got you on foot land. There is foot land. Your foot has just landed. And your shoulders have dipped, and your hands have dropped. So where Mookie Betts has a one-piece swing, I would describe it, because when his front foot lands, then he's going to go directly to the ball. Your front foot lands, you've already dropped, and then we kind of swoop across. All right? You don't get that elasticity that I want you to get from creating that tension between your hands and your hips. All right? So that's kind of the homework assignment. That's what I want you to work on. When you get to, let's go back to Mookie Betts here. Like I said, look at all the videos you want. Any pro is going to look the same. Front foot, hands, still basically in the same place they started. A lot of separation. That's what I want you to work on. Where are you when your front foot lands? When your front foot lands, the next move is your hips, and then your hands explode to the ball. We don't want to get those hips and those hands start to merge together before you swing. It's going to really help you, I promise. And I can also promise you this, it's not easy. It's not easy to implement this, all right? It's almost impossible to see with the naked eye, but once you get a chance, Ronan, to look at this, you can see it. I can see it. You can see it by looking at these videos, and you can go back out and start to make those little minor differences in trigger mechanisms and all the things that I'm talking about here, and you're going to see huge difference in power. Like this little concept is actually a big one. All right, so hope you get to watch this. I know you and your dad, really care about the game of baseball and are going to work at it. And I'm excited for the players that are willing to take this information, learn from it, and put it into practice. So hope to see you soon. I'm hoping actually to probably see you in person here in the next few weeks or so, and we can continue to work on this concept. Talk to you soon.